and send them back. That's another thing.
Good. I'm happy.
Hey, Chris.
Yep.
I was asked to ask you on the 30th. We have a couple people that are vegan.
Yeah, there'll definitely be some vegan food there as well, vegan friendly food. Yep.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
One, Counselor Jakutis texted me and she has a doctor's appointment this morning. So she will not be here. And now that we have our full board, we could have elections. But until then, she had asked me just to facilitate today while she is out. I hope all of you got received the agenda. And I will start off with attendance. All right, Arthur Akers.
Here.
Bill Alvarado. Betty Gonzalez. George Harvey.
Present.
Mary Joyner.
Present.
Carly McLean. Barbara Mann.
Present.
John Ola. He taught me. John Oladay.
I'm not here. I'm here.
Thank you, John. And Richard Smith.
I'm here.
Joan Noble is also excused. She had a doctor's appointment as well. And the agenda begins with our director, Chris Gomez.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning, Chris.
Morning.
Yeah, as far as the senior center goes, we're still negotiating with two of the locations. I'm not gonna lie, there's been some complications with one of the locations. It's kind of disappointing, but we're still trying to work through that. They're meeting here at City Hall with the CFO, and we'll see with one of the places if we can eventually work something out. The other place is kind of more of a couple months away. Even if we would get it, it'd probably be like around January, February, we could possibly move in. But I'm very excited about that location. It has great possibilities. It's good to go. Like, we move in, we don't really have to do anything. So I think it's in a great location. I'm really optimistic about this location. And even if we can get in March or wherever it may be, then I think you guys will be really happy with this place. It's beautiful, nice, brand new, everything. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but as you guys may know, you guys see downtown Lynn, it's hard to find any space available. Everything is being developed and there's very few open spaces, but I think this will be a real asset for the city and for all our seniors. You guys are gonna love this space. And then I'm still giving away fans. I've contacted all the senior housing. I'm out delivering every day to people when random people call me. If you guys know anyone that still needs them, we still have some. I don't mind dropping them off myself, as I've been doing, or for large orders either. Yeah, and then so we have the upcoming event September 30th. If anyone wants to volunteer, you can please reach out to me. I'm more than welcome. I'll accept it and I'll help that we can get. Yeah, and everything's looking good. Just dress appropriately. It might be a little cold, we'll see, but it's the safest way we can be right now. Yeah, and then be on the lookout for that new survey through UMass Boston, which is going to be very helpful for us because it's coming from a third-party, non-biased company. So when we need more money or more anything, they can take these things into account. And yeah, I think it's going to be very helpful as well. So that's pretty much it on my end. Any questions?
So everything is still kind of hush-hush about the locations, Chris?
Yeah, because The problem is that, like, if it gets out, some of these guys, they express to us to keep it on the hush. And if it gets out, then they might not want to do business with us at all. So that's basically
Right.
why it has to be on the hush. There's a lot of new developments going on in the city. So these guys, they tend to have more than one or two. So they want things to be like quiet, and so it doesn't affect their other businesses. So the moment I can let you guys know, please, I will. It's just it's kind of out of my hands for the time
Okay.
being.
Now, what kind of help do you need at this event? Are you looking for?
No, any volunteers if they want to like sit at a table and do the raffles or anything that the person would feel comfortable with.
I can do that. I wouldn't mind sitting at the table selling raffles if that's what you like.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna be giving away a lot of different raffles. So yeah, there's a lot of good prizes for you guys, and yeah, that would be great. I appreciate it.
Okay, one last.
happy to help out.
Excuse
Just
me?
one last thing, if I may.
Yeah.
If we run short of help, or you can't seem to get enough, let me know, because I'm a member of the Lions Club as well, and
All right.
they're always liking to do community service. So we've got opportunity.
Thank you so much, George.
All right, thank you.
And I'm sorry, who else volunteered
Hello?
to help Carly? Okay.
I can too.
What else, Chris,
Yeah.
what other things do you need help with?
We're probably like giving out the food. Yeah, that's about it. Because the different businesses, they're gonna set up their own tables. So yeah, there won't be really much to do. Maybe passing out the food and the
I'll
raffle.
help with passing out the food.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Mary.
Okay. Do we have a update from Solicitor Lamanna on the city website?
I just sent an email in the last 10 minutes introducing Chris to our webmaster. I CC'd PM Diana, Megan from the mayor's office. So hopefully that'll be the first step to get all the new members' names on the website. And now that Chris has been introduced, whatever the Council on Aging feels should go up there. I know there is a link already to the old monthly newsletters. I'm not sure if we've started that up again or not, but it's pretty bare as of right now. It's basically members, monthly newsletters. So it's perfectly appropriate for the Council on Aging to end this and create this in the way that they want to reach out to the seniors in Lynn.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions for the director from the board?
I think Arthur did. I
Sure.
think Arthur Akers did.
Arthur, go right ahead.
Question for the director. Just got a call from Betty, says she's not feeling well. She wants to know if she can be excused.
All right.
I apologize. No questions for the director at this time.
So, as far as the website, it's pretty much up to date as well. They just need to put the board members. And I spoke this morning to Makisha in the mayor's office, and she relayed the message to the webmaster already.
Mary, I think Mary, I don't know if you can see it.
What is the website? What is it?
Oh, it's on the city website. You go
The city-
under you go under boards and committees, and then there's the Council on Aging.
Okay, thank you.
And Chris, did you have any announcements on the information from the assessor's office from Chris
Yeah,
Gata that you wanted to share?
We had the two meetings, one virtual and one in person for the senior abatement. If anyone missed out, once we have a senior center, we plan on having another one. and more regular meetings with Chris. But if anyone wants any information, they can reach out to me. I'll pass the information along. But yeah, we had a couple people come in, and then through Zoom we had another one the following day. It went pretty well. A lot of good information, and it was a good dialogue back and forth. So if anyone missed out, or you guys feel like a lot of people want to do this again, we're more than welcome to do it again.
Okay. All right. And anything else for the director? All right. And the next would be the Friends of Lynn COA report. And as I mentioned, Joan Noble is excused. Smitty, do you want to talk about your meeting with the North Shore Medical Center to discuss transportation for folks to and from the hospital?
Yes, Pam and the lawyer and I'm not Power from Salem Hospital. We had a talk 3 weeks ago. I was stuck at Salem Hospital at 3:30 in the morning. They used to give a cab out here, and they said they don't do them anymore. So we're trying to correct that. The woman from the hospital said that it was unacceptable, and that they couldn't find a cab. They should have hooked me up with a lift. But that time in the morning, they couldn't hook up the lift either. So they're going to work on something else, and also they're going to work on transportation to and from the urgent care up on Linfield Street. As I said, I talked to people down here. They said that most of the people down here don't even know that place exists, and they should inform people about it, because the ER at Salem is overcrowded, and you would have less to wait if you went to urgent care. So let's hope all that gets in the works.
Yes, that's good news for all of Lynn to know that whenever you are admitted to the hospital, you do not have to worry about getting home. The hospital should offer you a taxi coupon and call the taxi to make sure that you get home safely. And whenever the Union Hospital site was closed, one of the mitigation from then partners, now the new Mass General Brigham Women's, is that there is transportation offered to and from the Linfield Street site for Lynn residents. All you have to do is just call them and let them know that you need transportation.
Can I say something? I've had a pretty recent experience with Salem Hospital over the last month with a sick kid, and experienced 36 hours of a child sleeping on a gurney in a hallway. That's just to say that the ER at Salem Hospital is more overwhelmed than you can ever possibly imagine. And if there's a way for us to, really reach deep into our community of elders to really push people more toward going to an urgent care, even getting an appointment in advance in an urgent care, which is possible, getting to a physician first. The very, very last resort should be Salem Hospital. People are sleeping even just in the ER room before they even get triaged. It's not a place for somebody to go to receive anything less than like the most critical of services. This is exactly what we expected would happen when Union Hospital closed. So the writing was already on the wall, but the idea that our seniors are going to the emergency room and then being put at risk for the variety of illnesses, and especially COVID, that are out there is something that's been really keeping me up at night. cases of COVID are killing people. Like, that's not hyperbolic. That is actually happening to, you know, our loved ones who are already vaccinated, right? So, you know, I'm not sure if there's something that we as a COA can do, or if this is something maybe, Chris, you might be interested in taking on, at least through, you know, the senior center, and letting people know, like, you know, the Salem Hospital is not a place to send people right now, and Beverly probably isn't as well. Our hospitals are overrun.
And we also have, I believe, what, 2 urgent cares right now in Lynn? One up on Linfield Street and Western Avenue.
And the one downtown.
We have another one as well. Okay.
They also said that Salem Hospital was built to handle 150 cases a week. They're now getting 50 cases, 500 cases.
Yeah.
So they are overwhelmed.
It's horrible.
It's not just Salem either.
It's every hospital.
So, with this new information regarding some hospitals that are overwhelmed, do we have a process in place to get the seniors to be aware that other hospitals can be visited? Do we have that process in place, Mr. Chris?
Well, the news has been telling us this for some time now, but right now I don't know, like, where we would tell people to go, because some people don't have access to transportation to go to other hospitals that are too far away. And then if it's an emergency, you have to go to Salem. It's the closest one. So, yeah, like they said, I would, if it's preemptive, try to go to urgent care. But if it's an emergency, you're going to have to go to Salem. I mean, I don't know what other choices we would have. I mean, I can work. I'm here in the health department. I'll speak to Michelle, the director of public health, and see, you know, what we can start to try to do now. But with the number of COVID cases rising again, it's very tough because every hospital is going to be overwhelmed. Right. So I really wouldn't know what to tell you. That's something I'll have to talk to, like, the nurses here and Michelle, and see we can come up with a plan. But it's really hard right now. This is, you know, the pandemic is new to all of us, not so much anymore, but it just puts everyone at a disadvantage, and it's just a really hard situation for everyone.
Hey, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that we can get out, like, bring the flu shot to senior housing and the central location so people can get a flu shot?
Well, I know as of right now, they have scheduled 2 city flu clinics, but one's at Marshall's and one's at Breed. I don't know about the possibility to bring it to all the senior housing, but I will talk to the public health nurse, MJ. I'll talk to her and see what we can do. But as of right now, I know they're having 2 citywide clinics, October 14th at Marshall's from 4 to 7, October 18th at Breed, 4 to 7. And these flu shots will be the high dose, which is for seniors. So as of right now, that's what they have. But I'll be talking to the public health nurses and see if we can go to the senior housing and do them.
CVS and Walgreens are also doing flu clinics. You can show up to either of those locations and get a flu shot as well. So maybe it's just a matter of putting out material, you know, that has a list of the different places around the city that you can get to by foot that are providing the flu shots and even additional COVID vaccines. And then potentially the second thing is maybe working with Michelle Desmaris to put together a flyer around, like, you know, when should you seek emergency room care versus when can you make a call for your urgent care? You know what I mean? Things like shortness of breath, you know, heart palpitations. There could be a short list that says this is a 911. This is a, like, get in with urgent care, and here's a list of all the urgent care centers in the area.
Definitely.
I have a follow-up question, because this is a serious situation whereby we have to find a way to take care of our seniors. Mr. Chris, does the public health has a restriction regarding the how many miles radius restriction that seniors can go outside of their domain for urgent care or for any hospital visit? Or do they have to stay within a certain radius miles?
Well, no, that has nothing to do with us. Each person has their free will; they can go wherever they want.
Okay.
It would be more concerning with their insurance. You know, sometimes your
Okay.
health insurance won't let you go out the network. You have to pay out of pocket. That would be more of like a health insurance thing.
Okay. All right.
There's
Thank you.
one thing I just wanted to mention. They're setting up a flu clinic here at Kings Beach on September 28th. So maybe it is in the process, Smitty. You know,
They had one at St. Mary's as well last week. They had a van over there.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Do you know who's doing that one, Barbara?
it doesn't say. It said it was 12 to 2 in the community room, which is upstairs, and it's limited to 50 people. But so you'd have to sign up for it.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I know that's not us. It's not the public health department doing it. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who. I wasn't in on the arrangements.
All right. Interesting.
That's September 28th from 12 to 2.
And
Chris, maybe you could reach out. Maybe you can reach out to like St. Mary's or even King Beach and find out what they're doing and how they're doing it.
yeah, they must be going through like CVS or like other things, because I know the public health department's not doing it. Maybe Lynn Community Health Center might be doing them as well. But we're
Very
still
possible.
doing here. People are getting, like, if you're immunocompromised, people are getting their third shot. You can come here on Tuesdays and Fridays and get your third vaccine.
Okay. Any other on that? I know that I did not know that transportation was offered to and from the Linfield Street Medical building, medical campus, as they call it. I think that if we as Council on Aging Board could get the word out, it would be very helpful. As Carly said, if if people know that they could avoid that emergency room long line and wait, maybe they would opt for that on their own. And especially if transportation is provided to there. I know that would be a game changer for many of the people that I know in Lynn.
I'll make a note to mention that to Susan here, our director, and maybe she can post it, or maybe she put it in a flyer so each person would get it. That's a very good thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to get the word out on that.
Yeah.
And then I appreciate Chris working with Counselor Jakutis to get us the senior center contact list and PDF. But I believe the way that they gave it to Chris, it's going to be very hard to disseminate. I tried a couple different tools to turn that PDF into some sort of Excel or another thing that we could, really work on to use and kind of gather that information so that we could maybe, start up our newsletter again. So I'm going to just have to put that on hold and table it and see if maybe Chris and I can find time to maybe think through the best way to go through all of the huge list that we have.
Yeah, we can meet in person, and I'll have it in Excel, and then we can go through it, or whatever you want to do. It's fine with me.
Yeah, and I've got a commitment from several of the buildings, their resident service coordinator, to help us go through to let us know if people have moved on or, are still at the address, so that maybe we can, clear it up and not waste postage on, trying to hit people. So I think together, maybe by, mid-November or December, maybe we could put something out if we tried.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll plan a time. I'll send you an email, Chris, for us to meet.
Yep.
Continuing vaccination outreach within the community, especially folks that are not in senior housing. working with, I know that there's a couple community groups that are working with the Community Health Center. If you know of anybody, help them, contact Chris or the office at City Hall to let them know. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to share?
Yeah, Mary has her hand up. Mary Jones.
Okay.
My question is, Pam, this list that you're speaking of now, this isn't the phone tree list, is it?
No, this is, Mary, this is the original list of people that signed up at 8 Silsby Street. Whenever you had to get your fob card and have your
Right.
person, your emergency person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then the question is, where are we standing with that? Because remember I brought that up at the last meeting. If we could get in touch with seniors, who are lonely, and give them a call. And I really wasn't looking for a whole list because some people may not want to be called for privacy reasons. I was wondering if we could put a flyer together to let them know that we are doing this, and whosoever would contact the persons who are willing to reach out. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, no, and that, yes, reflected in the notes, and but we have to kind of organize those. It's, Chris, what is it, 1,700 names?
Oh, God.
Something like that.
More than
Yes.
that. I think it's more than that.
Yeah, and so that's why we have to organize it and make it more manageable with postage and things like that. That's our goal, is to, reconnect with the people that came to the senior center or, participated in activities. It's just, we just have a little technical hump that we have to get over.
It's
Thank you.
6,025.
6,025 names. Yeah. So, and we want to make sure that all seniors in Lynn have the information that they need and know how to plug into any services or supports or activities. But we want to make sure that we have it organized.
And that
is where the website comes handy, because some of these seniors, they do visit the website to see what information are there, and their children visit sometimes. So we need to get the website up and running to post all this awareness and this information. It's very
Yes, and also we can put on LCTV. They have upcoming events, and maybe we could, give Chris's email or the phone number, and that way we could just check them off and say, yep, they want to know, or take them off the list, whatever they give us the response to.
Well, I took control of the senior center Facebook page, so I always post things there and I respond there as well. And every time I post an event, it goes right on the city's website, the mayor's website, the mayor's Facebook page. So a lot of stuff is always there as well. So, for the people that are not that social media savvy, it'll always be on the city's website as well. And as far as the stuff with reaching out to the seniors, so Mary, my idea was every time we have an event, there's going to be a list and people can sign in and leave their name who wants to be contacted. So when we had the senior abatement, there was like 6 people. They all left their contact information. So I have those 5-6 people already. And then on September 30th, we'll have a list there as well. And then we can, we'll keep growing from there and there. We'll keep on growing as well.
That's a good idea.
Help out to make some of the calls.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I just back a little on this transportation thing to the urgent care? Is this a free transportation to and from? Okay.
Yes. Like I said, we just found out because of what happened to Smitty, and our friend at Neighborhood Legal Services, Laura Gallant, she set up this meeting because she's on the Lynn Health Task Force. Is why this came to be. I didn't understand that whenever, they were putting up the billboards that there was no longer ER at Linfield Street. I didn't understand that we could call, because we could have been promoting that, whenever we're talking. So we'll definitely put it in Mass Senior Actions information when we,
Yeah, I
That would
didn't
be
know either.
That would be a good thing to have at the event on September 30th. Like they would have like a table, and a lot of the seniors could see that this is available. This is kind of like what the event is all about. I wonder, could I get like their contact information or anything, Pam, so I could reach out and maybe they want to give out some brochures or have a table at the event, because I think it would be really useful and a lot of people would see.
Yeah, I'll email you the person that we spoke to. And also, just for people's knowledge, they are having focus groups from the areas that they serve. And I can send out an email to all the board. They had one this morning, which, we couldn't have attended, but they're also having one this Friday. And this is hosted by the hospital to ask people about how to improve services and what they are missing or what should be added. So you could participate in that too. It's by Zoom. And I believe it starts at 10 a.m. on Friday. And they're going to be having these ongoing. And we can plug into those and add your voice. Carly, that's terrible. 30 some hours. As an adult, it's hard to do that, let alone if you are a sick young person.
Yeah.
But she was put in with the adults, just to be clear.
Yeah.
18. It was awful. But, also I have a friend who's an ER doctor over in Salem and was like, this is like par for the course. It's very bad here. She was like, we really wish people would, come in for their emergencies, but anything that they can get treated for outside of our emergency room is better. Like people shouldn't be trying to come in to get, sort of preventative care treatments. It's just it's not the place for it.
Yeah.
Are there any phone numbers available?
I will get those, Barbara, and I'll send it out. And then I'll ask LCTV if they could maybe post something as well.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have any on hand. I'll have to ask the contact.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
All right. Anyone have anything else?
No, I'm still working on the surveys, PM, too. So we're getting those done.
Good.
I just looked at the LCOA board members. They have some changes, but some people.
Yeah. Pam, I was thinking as far as the list goes, we could probably like cross off the names like with a marker and then just scan it back to ourselves after.
Yeah. We could do that. And I just wanted to sort it by zip code and then street so I could work with the resident service coordinators of the buildings.
Yeah. All right.
And start there. And then I know that Joan Noble and the rest of the Lynn Friends stay in touch with many of the people that came down to the senior center. So maybe I can get with Joan too. And the Friends board.
Yeah, because to start a new Excel is going to be.
Yeah. All right. That's a great idea.
A lot of those names are out of state too.
Believe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Moved on. All right. If nothing else, a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Make the motion.
All right. Thank you all very much. And we've got some to-dos to do.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good rest of the day.
See everybody the 30th.
Yep. See you the 30th.
group, and happy to connect you all with them if it'd be helpful to hear from them.
That'll be great. Thank